Good morning children, welcome back. In today's session we are going to discuss class 7 unit 2 in geography tourism part 5. Come children, let us learn. Before going into today's session, let us have a recap of what we learned in the last session. Dear children, in the last sessions we discussed that the word tourist came from the English word taurian, which means wanderer of the world. The basic components of tourism are attraction, accessibility and amenities. The attraction could be natural attraction that includes landscapes, seascapes, beaches, climatic conditions, forests. Cultural attraction could be historic monuments and other intellectual creations. There could be fairs and festivals. Accessibility means the reachability to a particular place of attraction through various means of transport such as road, rail, water and air. The amenities are the facilities that cater to the needs of a tourist. There are different types of tourism like religious tourism, cultural, historical, ecotourism, adventure tourism and recreational tourism. The basic elements of tourist attraction are pleasant weather, scenic beauty, historical and cultural monuments. The geographical components of tourism are landforms, water, vegetation, climate, animal life, settlement features and culture. We also learned about the various waterfalls in India. In India, there are many spectacular and wonderful waterfalls covered by dense forest, huge walls of rock and lush green trees. Some of the waterfalls are seasonal, some perennial, some are available during the monsoon season. India also possesses a wide range of forests and grassland. Diversity of these lands make it one of the hotspots for flora and fauna. The dense and dark forest in Indian states provide suitable habitat for a wide and unique variety of animals and birds like the Royal Bengal tiger, Indian lions, elephants, rhinoceros, Indian leopards and reptiles. Bird sanctuaries attract attention for their exclusive variety of birds. Diverse range of climate of India invite birds from remote places to feed, breed and to nurture their young ones in the Indian bird sanctuaries. India is also a country with 7,517 kilometers long coastline comprising the most beautiful beaches bounded by the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal. Indian beaches are enriched with diverse coastal landforms filled with aquatic flora and fauna. Lush backwater in the lagoons of Kerala and picturesque beaches of Goa such as Calangute, Aguda are the notable tourist attraction for water sport activities. Dear children, in this session we will discuss about the tourist attraction in Tamil Nadu. Dear children, the cultural opulence, gorgeous coastline, wildlife richness, hill stations to be enamored of, temples with intricate carvings to imbibe spirituality. Tamil Nadu is a destination in India that cannot be ignored, making its place in New York Times 2016 edition as one of the top places to visit in the world. Tamil Nadu beckoned being a popular tourist destination worldwide. The state has so much in store as tourist attractions, ensuring your trip to be quite an eventful one. Tamil Nadu offers a chance to enjoy the beach vacation not only at Asia's longest beach, Marina in Chennai, but a quaint beaches of Mahabalipuram, and the azure water and the palm trees backdrop is likely to offer the best beach holiday experience for you. There are serene hill stations where you can find respite from the sultry weather during summers. It is also a destination for pilgrimage tour. The innumerable temples make it apparent. You can choose to buy finer silk sarees, stone sculptures of any size in the state. You can also have an experience of trekking, camping, surfing and motorbiking on the smoothest and the gorgeous East Coast Road and those of the Nilgiri Mountains. The wildlife safaris in the many national parks and wildlife sanctuaries are amongst the top things to do to have an enthralling experience in the state. Children, Tamil Nadu has a various tourist attractions like religious centers, spiritual retreat centers, beaches, hill stations, waterfall, wildlife, art, culture, architecture, crafts, heritage, monuments, etc. The government of Tamil Nadu has recognized the importance of tourism long ago and facilitated its development in desired directions. So children, the government has taken enough measures so that the tourism in the state is much advanced. Dear, Tamil Nadu is a state popularly known as the land of temples and has been the greatest source for spiritual rejuvenation for travelers all over the world. The state is a home to around 33,000 ancient temples that mainly belonging to the Dravidian style of architecture. Dear children, the picture shows the Dravidian style architecture. The picture shown is the temple of Tanjavur. And the features are there will be a gopuram or the entrance gateway in the center of the front wall. There will be a vimana, the shape of the main temple tower, usually in pyramid shape. It is known as Shikhara. There will be a temple tank within the compound, and the temple is enclosed within a compound wall. And you can find these kind of temples in Kanchipuram, Tanjavur, Madurai, as well as in Kumbakonam. The picture shows the three styles of temple architecture. The three main styles of temple architecture are the Nagara or the northern style, the Dravida or the southern style, and Visara or the mixed style. Children, the religious tourism, Tanjavur Big Temple, Madurai Meenakshi Temple, Rameshwaram Ramanatha Swami Temple, temples of Kanchipuram, Velankani Mata Church are all important places for religious tourism. The Brigadeshwara Temple was built by Rajaraja Cholan. It is fully made of granite. The statue of Nandi at the entrance of the temple is carved out of a single stone. Ramanatha Swami Temple is a famous Hindu temple dedicated to God Shiva. The temple is one of the 12 Jyotirlinga shrines where Shiva is worshipped in the form of Jyotirlinga, meaning pillar of light. The temple has the longest corridor among all Hindu temples in India. The temples in Kanchipuram are dedicated to Lord Vishnu. The Nagore Dargah is a revered place for all faith. A 16th century Islamic shrine, Nagore Dargah attracts millions of pilgrims irrespective of caste, creed or religion. Having learnt about the various temples, let us move on to the hill stations in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is situated in the southern end of the western and eastern Ghats and definitely is a home for several hill stations. Dear children, the popular hill stations in Tamil Nadu are Udangamangalam or Ooty, Kodaikanal, Yerkad, Kunur, Valparai, Yelagiri, Sirumalai, Kalrain Hills, Palani Hills, Shevra Hills and Cardamom Hills. These places are also abode of thick forest and wildlife. Dear children, you can see the picture of these hill stations. Ooty is nestled amidst the Nilgiri Hills at an altitude of 2,240 meters above the sea level and enjoys a favorable climate all year round. Kodaikanal consists of cliffs covered in mist, cloud-capped mountains and beautiful lakes and valleys. It is situated amidst the rolling slopes of the Palani Hills with an altitude of 72,000 feet above the sea level and has a cool, pleasant climate all year round. Kodaikanal means the gift of the forest. Yerkad is in the eastern Ghats. It is also called as Common Man's Ooty. It is famous for its vast coffee plantations and unique species of flora and fauna, resulting in gorgeous views. Dear children, Yelagiri is spread over 30 square kilometers and at a height of over 1,100 meters above the sea level. Yelagiri, with its natural scenic beauty, is a perfect place to take a break from the fast-paced city life. Nestled in the Nilgiris, Kunur is an exquisite hill station located in the state of Tamil Nadu, famous for its production of Nilgiri tea. Dear children, Valparai is a tranquil hill station in the Anamalai Hills. It is situated at 1500 meters above the sea level in the Coimbatore district. The Sirimalai comprises of an expanse of 60,000 acres. It is a hilly region in Dindigul district with an altitude of 1600 meters. This is densely forest region with diverse wildlife and flora. The Kalrain Hills spans over an area of 1095 square meters. They separate Salem from Kallakurichi district. Palani is in the Dindigul district, children, and it is home to one of the most sacred shrines of Lord Muruga. The Chevroy Hills is a towering mountain range near the city of Salem. It is one of the major hill stations in Tamil Nadu and in the Eastern Ghats. The Cardamom Hills are in the southern hills of India and are a part of southwestern Ghats located in the southeast Kerala and southwest Tamil Nadu in down the South India. The name comes from the fact that the major elevation of the hill is known to grow cardamom spice in large quantities apart from pepper and coffee. So the hill stations in Tamil Nadu are Ooty, the Queen of Hills, Yerkad, Lake Forest or Poor Man's Ooty, Yelagiri with 14 hairpin bends, Kodaikanal, the Princess of Hill Stations, Kotagiri, Green Hills, Veliangiri Hills, Kailash of the South, Kolli Hills, motorable terrain with 70 hairpin bends, Anamalai Hills, top slip, Meghamalai, heavy wavy mountains, and Javadi, nature's heaven. Children, now let us learn about the waterfalls in Tamil Nadu. The mountains and rivers of Tamil Nadu combined together created many enduring waterfalls. Waterfalls in Tamil Nadu with its inspiring natural wonders attract many tourists. A trek amidst thick green trees, steep hills and a bath in the gushing water is most rejuvenating. Now let us see the important waterfalls in Tamil Nadu. The important one are the Hogenakkal Falls. It is a beautiful waterfall located in Dharmapuri district. Kumbhakarai Falls across river Pamba cascades to form this fall at the foothills of Kodaikanal in Theni district. Monkey Falls. This falls lies in Anamalai Hill Range in Coimbatore surrounded by evergreen forest. Kiliyur Falls situated in the Chevroy Hill regions of the Eastern Ghats. Kutralam is located in Tirunelveli district. It is known for its medicinal spa. Agai Gangai. It is a waterfall in Pulicholai on Kolli Hills in the Eastern Ghats of Namakkal district. Surli Falls. This falls is also called as Cloudland Falls or Meghamalai Falls. It is located in Theni district. Now let us learn about the wildlife and bird sanctuaries in our state. The wildlife sanctuaries in Tamil Nadu include both bird sanctuaries as well as national parks. Tamil Nadu is also known well for the diverse natural heritage that it possesses. Hence, tourists are highly excited about the wildlife tour across the state. Children, the total area of Tamil Nadu is approximately 1,30,058 square kilometers. 17.6% of land area is comprises of thick forests. The important wildlife sanctuaries in Tamil Nadu are the Mudumalai Wildlife Sanctuary in Nilgiris, Mundandurai Wildlife Sanctuary in Tirunelveli, Point Calimere Wildlife Sanctuary in Nagapattinam, Indira Gandhi Wildlife Sanctuary in Coimbatore, Kalakad Wildlife Sanctuary in Tirunelveli district. Dear children, on the map you can find the national parks and wildlife and bird sanctuaries in Tamil Nadu. Dears, the important national parks of Tamil Nadu are the Gindi National Park in Chennai, Gulf of Mannar Marine Park in Ramanathapuram, Indira Gandhi National Park in Coimbatore, Mukirdi National Park in the Nilgiris and Mudumalai National Park also in the Nilgiris. Now let us move on to the beaches in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu being a coastal state in India which consists of several beaches. Some of them are wonderful famous tourist spots. Beach is a lovely place to hang around with friends, families and kids. All these are ideal destinations for sunbath, relaxation and water sport activities. Dear children, the important beaches with their geographical features in Tamil Nadu are as follows. The Kovalam Beach in Kanchipuram, which is a small fishing village. The Marina Beach in Chennai, which is the second longest urban beach, followed by Miami Beach. The Kanyakumari beach with its multicolored sand, the Rameshwaram beach which is waveless beach, the Elliot beach in Chennai which is beautiful beach which is active in day and night, Mahabalipuram beach at Kanchipuram, architectural and archaeological beach. The Silver beach in Kadalur, water sport is the entertainment. The Muttukadu beach in Kanchipuram is calm and shallow. Now let us learn about the environmental impact of tourism. What impact does a tourism have on the environment? The quality of the environment is essential for tourism. The environment should be good, then only tourists will be coming to our place. The tourism industry created several positive and negative impacts on the environment. There are some positive or plus factors and minus factors for the environment because of tourism. Let us see the positive impacts first. Direct financial contributions. As more people come to our state or our country for as tourists, there will be definitely an increase in the income. Contributions to government's revenue. The government revenue from tourism also increases because government will be getting tax as well as the various fees for visa and all. Improved environmental management and planning. Once we know that tourists are going to come in, there will be definitely the management, there will be improved conditions and there will be better planning for their accommodation and for their comfortable stay here. Increasing environmental awareness. People will be more aware of the causes in the environment. Protection and reservation of environment. Of course, there will be protection of it. We have to safeguard. If tourists are coming to a place, definitely we have to take care and take good care of that place and keep it neat and tidy and have a protection of that. Let us see the negative impact of the tourism. The first one is the depletion of the natural resources that we are going to deplete. We are going to use and reuse the natural resource and it is going to come down, like the water resources, local resources and land degradation. There will be more constructions for their stay and for their accommodation and definitely there will be land degradation. There will be pollution. There will be air and noise pollution, solid waste and littering and sewage. All these waste will be polluting our environment. There is always destruction and alteration of ecosystem of waters, air and soil. All these things get polluted as more and more people other than the native people coming to a land, the crowd will be increased and therefore there will be destruction of the ecosystem over that place. Dear children, it is time to wind up the lesson. Let us go through the wrap-up given in the book. The word tourist is derived from an old English word taurian. The basic components of tourism are attraction, accessibility and amenities. Tourism can be divided on the basis of nature, utility, time and distance. The geographical component of tourism are location, climate, settlement and culture. Industrialization and urbanization has created a great pressure on modern living. India is a country known for its gentle or hospitality to all visitors. The Indian subcontinent has 7 principal mountain ranges. Scenery consisting of mountains, lakes, waterfalls, glaciers, forests and deserts. The dense and dark forests in Indian state provide home to wildlife. Tamil Nadu is also well known for the diverse natural heritage that it possesses. Children, let us go through the glossary. Geyser, Geyser. Geyser is a natural hot spring. Accessibility, the quality of being easily to obtain or use. Amenities, attractiveness of a place. Recreation, the feeling of being relaxed. Amusement park, a large outdoor area with fairground rides, shows and other entertainments. Bird sanctuary, an area of land in which birds are protected and encouraged to breed. Wildlife sanctuary, an area which provides protection and favorable living conditions to the wildlife. Land degradation, loss of natural fertility of soil because of loss of nutrients. Before winding up the session, let us have a recap of what we learned in this one. Dear children, we discussed about the tourist attractions in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu has various tourist attractions like religious centers, spiritual retreat centers, beaches, hill stations, waterfalls, wildlife, art, culture, architecture, crafts, heritage monuments, and so on. The list is endless. Tamil Nadu is state properly known as a land of temples and has been the greatest source for spiritual rejuvenation for travelers all over the world. It houses 33,000 ancient temples belonging to the Dravidian style of architecture. The various hill stations of Tamil Nadu are Ooty, Yerkad, Yelagiri, Kodaikanal, Kotagiri, Kolli Hills, and so on. The Hogenekel waterfalls, Monkey Falls, Kilur Falls, Kutralam provide a facility to trek amidst thick green trees, steep hills, and a bath in the gushing water, which is most rejuvenating. The various wildlife and bird sanctuaries in Tamil Nadu are Mudumalai, Point Kalalmair, Indira Gandhi, and so on. The various beaches like Kovalam Beach, Marina Beach, Kanyakumari Beach provide an ideal place to hang out with friends, family, and kids. These are ideal destinations for a sunbath, relaxation, and water sport activities. There are positive and negative impact of tourism. The positive impacts being the direct financial contributions to government revenue. The negative impacts are depletion of natural resources, pollution, and alteration of the ecosystem. Dear children, in the next session, we will discuss the evaluation, that is answers for the book back exercises. Worksheet time, a small worksheet for you. Worksheet number 5, Roman number 1, fill in the blanks. Question number 1. Kutralam Waterfalls is located at dash district. Kutralam Waterfalls is located at dash district. The Surali Falls is also called as dash. Surali Falls is also called as dash. The second largest urban beach is dash. Second largest urban beach is dash. Roman number 2, answer the following. Describe the environmental impact of tourism. Describe the environmental impact of tourism. Write briefly about the waterfalls in Tamil Nadu. Write briefly about the waterfalls in Tamil Nadu. As we do in the case of worksheet, copy these questions in your rough note, learn the answers well, and then write it as home test and send me the snapshot. That's all for today's session, my dear children. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Samcheer Kalvi.